Alright, I'm back.
Okay, let's see if this works.
Why is it so dark?
It's magical darkness.
No.
Bitch.
We wanna see IRL darkness.
Okay, everybody rest up. We are about to skedoodle our noodle. As you guys were last time we left off, you guys were loading up into the thunderstorm, getting ready to head back out, and that is when Lorient or Serenday received the magical ping on his scroll.
Before we go, I just want to test one spell.
Received
I just haven't seen what it does yet. But everyone has to be in the middle.
It's web, isn't it?
No, I wouldn't be that much of a dick. I did consider it, but no, I wouldn't. Okay, apparently not. Hold on, let me just rest again.
Stan?
Sorry, what?
I have these arrows of the vampire. What is a vampiric regeneration +2?
That means if you do at least 2 points of damage when you hit, you will regenerate that much health when you strike.
So if I hit for more, do I heal for more or no?
No. 2 is the cap. If you were to only hit someone for like 1 damage, you would only heal 1 HP. But if you heal them for like 2 or more, you get the maximum 2. Usually with items with vampiric regen, it's usually not a problem because like a +5 vamp regen item is kind of insane.
What's up, Fizz?
And usually you're going to be hitting pretty hard and most likely getting that full regen. Oh, it's a great thunderclap.
Fortitude, will, and reflex. So
I'm deaf.
I'm also deaf.
You failed all 3, so how are you still standing? Shouldn't you fall over?
It only knocks them over for a brief amount of time, but I think there's immune to knockdown.
She wasn't knocked over though. Yeah.
Does she have an item that makes her immune to knockdown? I don't think so.
I like my what is it called? Saves +5, +4, and then +20.
Is anyone else hearing a bit of echo?
Yep.
From where?
I don't know. I heard it just now.
There is an easy way to find it. Hello?
I don't hear it. Is it for me?
It's James.
James.
Oh.
I don't hear. Oh, I kind of hear it just a little bit, but it's like when someone's loud.
Hold on, Stan. Don't speak for a sec. Hello? No? Okay. I think somebody has to speak at the same time. Stan. Hello?
Hello. It might just be Stan.
Maybe.
Am I echoing?
Maybe. Stan, say something. Or like keep saying something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Stan.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm echoing. Really?
Why were you
Is it
quick
bad?
to blame me?
Because I could see your voice notification thing popping up when you weren't actually speaking.
Biased. I'm on push to talk anyway.
Gotta make sure, you know. It's like we're going down the checklist of people to blame. I mean, you're always on top.
Why will I be at the top?
Is this any better? Am I echoing now? Try now.
No, it seems fine.
I mean, I don't know what happened. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. All right, so as we move in to today's session, just as you guys are packing everything back up into the thunderstorm to leave, you receive this message, Saturday. Let me move you guys over and we'll start the roleplay.
I think when I received it, I was at the beach.
Yes, I think you guys were at the beach.
I
but
was
we'll
at
say
the
like, we'll say like time, you know, because there's a little bit of theater of the mind, a little bit of like time is going on. I'll say like, as you guys are like, you know, packing up, you guys are pretty much ready to be in the ship at this point.
We're bringing the bear, right?
Yes, you guys are bringing the bear and the druid.
Stan, before Will left the island, was there a particularly trustworthy villager there? Someone who seemed like he was leadership material and like an honest person?
Yeah, there was a guy who kind of stood out to seem like he was a little bit more outspoken and kind of speaking for the greater part of the people that you found.
Did Will get a good sense from him, like he was like a good guy?
Yeah, he seemed pretty decent.
In that case, I think Will's gonna turn to the rest of the party before they leave, before they board the airship. Just theater of the mind here. And he's gonna ask them whether or not he should leave the rod with the villagers here, just in like as a last resort or failsafe against the beastmen attacking them.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Because it is a powerful rod.
You are 100% sure you can trust this guy.
I mean, it would be pretty good if they had like a historic relic as well, like a tale that goes down through the generations, and they have something to prove for it.
Happy Gaius Fox Day, everybody.
Yeah, that's the fireworks here. Yeah, Will is just he's gonna try to get consensus from the rest of the group. Like, what if Fizz and Saraday and Dollar think?
I think your popcorn's ready.
That's the item.
Bring me? Oh, control rod, thank you.
No, look at it.
No, give it to me.
No, look at it.
Don't touch, look.
Well, this is the thing. Do we give this rod to the villagers or not? Because it could be used for nefarious purposes by the villagers as well.
I mean, I'd say give it to them because the beasts are physically very much superior to them, so they might need some form of insurance. And as we see, they're not exactly... they are prone to outbursts.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we're all in agreement on it then.
Mm-hmm.
Saraday?
Yeah, as long as you know you can trust him.
Okay, so Stan, before they leave, Will is going to take aside the one villager, right? He's going to leave some Nobani Night writings with them as well, like things like festivals and holy days, and basically a pamphlet on the Nobani Night religion. But he's also going to take the guy aside, and he's going to be like, he's going to stress that the rod must only be used when they have no other choice to defend themselves against the beastmen. And it is a failsafe, but Will's gonna kind of imply that using it has a very detrimental effect on the villagers themselves. But he's not going to say what.
Okay. Yeah.
So just to scare them a bit, and if they use it, then it must be. He basically implied that it will come at a great cost to them, but the actual thing that he means is that it would stain their honor if they used it for nefarious purposes. But he's going to leave the rod with them,
Okay. Yeah, they kind of, this guy looks at you and he's very serious as you hand him the rod, and he holds it with a reverence and he goes, "I'll only use this if we need to. We hope that we can start a new life. I think some of these may be our old relatives. Some people may be kind of recognizing parts of their past family and these people. We'll use it sparingly, and
Yeah.
I assume it's best to not let them know we have it."
Yes. Keep this a hidden secret and a last resort. Do not even tell the other villagers about it. They must not know that such an insurance exists, lest they be tempted to use it for personal gain.
He kind of nods and accepts it.
And before he leaves, he's just going to say to the villager, in order to maintain good relations with the beastmen, treat them as if you would treat a brother or sister, as family. Do not let them become too estranged and distant from affairs in the village. Remember, they were once, as you said, members of people's families here.
And before we leave, I want to know the villager's background story, his names, all his
His
relatives,
fears, his fears include like
Come on,
giving
Stan,
personal
give him to me
information.
right now.
That's
Show
like one of
me
his
that
greatest fears.
You have done a lot of, a lot of stuff right now. Come on, give it to me.
but anyway, so he takes the rod and he's very, very serious, very somber about it, and he says, "We will never forget you all, Commander of the Ravensclaw.
What's his
You
name?
saved our lives, and you've saved their."
What's his name?
His name, Elric.
Will's just going to nod firmly and say, "Keep well, Elric," and then to leave with the rest of the party.
Okay.
And
this happens kind of over the course of, the time that you guys are preparing. It's, kind of an indefinite time as to when it happens. In terms of you guys prepping the meal, it could kind of be whenever.
Yeah.
Has this one always glowed this much?
Nope. In fact, it has changed its hue.
Oh.
Where once it was dark and shadowy and obscure, it is now bright and warm and red. You notice that around it there is almost like a ring of bubbles exuding out of the wood itself. There is a shimmer and a light and an aura around this artifact that there was not before.
Ah.
Hey,
Remember, I have a journal actually that it's almost soaked through, but it does actually mention things about the depths, but
already touched it once. Do you think it's safe to touch again?
Oh, yeah,
Fizz?
sure, totally. Stan, can I roll a spellcraft check to see if the magic that was coming off it has changed?
guys. Look. Type .global.
Oh, yes. Actually, thank you for reminding me, Bont, very indirectly, because there's an item I need to give you guys. It is... If I could find it in the DMFI specific stuff... Tutorial. No, it's not there. Maybe under special. PC dice bag, autofollow widget, emote wand, book of player voice commands. Here we go. Did each of you get the book?
Yeah, I got it.
So if you inspect that book, it will show you some of the voice commands that you can do with the DMFI, or the script set that we have. Mr. Timon, please roll me a spellcraft check. A 43. So as you're examining it, you can definitely tell the magics that it's exuding is still like just incredibly powerful. Maybe there's a nervousness feeling this amount of magical energy within such a small area. That being said, what is it? Are you looking for anything specific?
As to what has changed from the last time I sensed this thing.
It feels far less alien. In fact, it feels a little more familiar in the types of magics it's exuding. You feel it is still emanating like every type of magic, but it's much more relaxed. It's much more calm in terms of the way that the item is interacting with the weave. Still incredibly powerful, but you can tell that it feels like, I'll say this, it feels like it's no longer actively being used. And it's in a not a dormant state, but an inactive state, somewhat.
Right. That's good.
Well, it's
Probably
not
Yeah.
as threatening as it was before.
that it's not being used.
Could it have something to do with? Could it have something to do when I touched it? It like tinkled a little bit, like it aligned itself with me or something.
I touch it again. It's up to you.
Okay, I'm trying to touch it again. Where I touched it last time?
Where exactly did you touch it last time?
Well, I just picked up the base, right?
As you go to like pick up the base, you can kind of see almost lights kind of emerging from the shadows of your hands, and they trickle up into the orb itself and seem to get caught up in the swirls.
And there is no. Is it the little tingle I got when I touched it last time? I don't get that now.
You do.
Okay. Okay.
It's like if you.
But it doesn't feel like it's tearing me apart. It doesn't feel like it's trying to do anything or anything.
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, it is like very strange seeing the way
Tinkling.
that it kind of warps the light around your hands. It looks like, you know, like that scene in Jumanji where like people get sucked into the game. It's kind of like that, but a much softer, smoother transition. And as you pull away, it doesn't seem to like pull the rest of you with it. You seem to pull away from it pretty easily, and it's not painful or anything. As you touch it, you do get like almost like an electrified sensation that you can almost feel.
See it on the
Oh, wow.
on the hair on the hand that they like rise.
Kind of. I need all of you to quickly roll me just a little spot check as this is happening. Oh, Willin.
Oh, William. Hold on. Let me just. There we go.
Okay. I will say with those rolls, everyone except for Willin, unfortunately, you guys kind of notice this. There, as the like light pulls a little bit away, you know, from Serenday, you guys see a little bit of a bluish color, almost you could say an aquamarine type color, also loose from his hands, and kind of get lost in the swirls of this artifact itself.
Took your soul.
So my aquamarine. So what you're saying is my aquamarine also get affected by it?
You might take that. You might think that.
Need to keep this away from it. Okay. Did I already get the writing now, or is this later?
Yes, this would have happened like as you guys are packing it up.
Okay.
But I would say like you guys have not been on the ship for very long.
And I did write back that he's here.
Yes.
Pretty sure I said that. So.
Yes.
Oh, damn, my Discord crashed.
Hello?
Sorry about that, my Discord crashed. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Fizz, did you hear what I said to you?
No, I didn't hear. Sorry.
Okay.
Wow.
I said, Fizz, I need to talk to you in private.
Sure.
With me.
Excuse us, lady.
What? Sorry,
Hmm?
I didn't
No,
hear
it's
what
just excusing us.
Wait a second.
Hmm.
Is this far now? Well, anyway. I kind of whispered to him and said, I got some news from your... News about you.
Oh, I doubled down. What news?
So, he killed someone? What was it he did?
So you would recall that he wrote and said that Timon was seen in the city of Scardale. There, he had attacked the Temple of Tempest, destroyed the Priest of Tempest that was there in the temple, and took the sword that was laying in stone. In fact, he didn't just take the sword out of the stone; he destroyed the entire altar that it was resting in.
What do you think of that?
I delivered this.
Oh, okay. No.
Wait a
That was.
second, dollar is gone.
Yeah, fucking.
He's
what?
right here.
Keep a character where we can see it. Pulling
I
in these
mean,
shenanigans.
There he is. Now he's gonna.
I've been always here. I didn't even hid.
Okay.
What?
Just vanished.
It's like your brain is like, oh my god, where is Dollar? It's like, holy shit. While I'm just standing looking at the chaos stars, and you're like, oh my god, where's Dollar? Panicking.
Just double check. Okay, no, she is there.
You don't have any soundproof spell or something? Like bubble, we can come in inside.
That is grave news.
Yes. So in Scardale, where is Scardale compared to where we are, and also where Pro Camper is?
Not far. Scardale is right across a little like body of water called the Dragon's Reach. It's not that far from Scardale or from Pro Camper.
From Pro Camper, but okay.
It's like if you were to go to Pro Camper and then like head straight to Cormier, Scardale actually would be about on the way.
How much do you want the other ones to know this.
Actually, they might actually know about the doppelganger already. I can't remember if
No,
I did tell them.
I think you did mention something about it, but I mean, yeah, it's more like
I think if we don't say it, it's gonna come back to bite us in the ass later.
it wasn't. Yeah, it's more like I feel it's more your choice.
Sure.
It's more.
No, I
yeah.
think just letting them know would be
Yeah,
a better, just in case later on I turn up and they believe it's me, you know, that sort of thing. All right. It appears that my worse half has been spotted in Scardale doing bad things.
Aren't you your
Destroyed a
worst self?
church. He killed a priest and he destroyed the stone and took one of the swords.
Oh, like the sword in the Temple of Tempest.
Yes, he destroyed the actual like stone it sat in. He destroyed it all and took the sword.
Okay, there was another sword in the Vale of Lost Voices, I believe.
Yeah, so that's
Stan?
probably his next location. Something.
Yes, Bond.
Do we remember what those swords in the stones were for?
Yes.
We remember, right? Like our characters remember. We were told this wouldn't be metagame.
Yes.
Okay.
No, it would not be a metagame.
Okay. Sure. So Will would turn to the rest and he'd say, "And that cave that the gnomes were excavating."
So we have a choice then.
Did Joel
either-
Swift know that Fizz has a doppelganger or something?
I don't think so. I don't believe you
Okay,
guys told
so-
him about it. But that's why he asked if Fizz was with
I
y'all.
write that to him that we know there is some kind of evil copy running around of Fizz. I'm writing this to him, but saying he needs to keep this private.
What? Sorry.
So this I would have written back. So because he asked whether or not this is here with me, and then I said yes, right? So I would have explained to him that that there is a copy of him or something, an evil one. And I will also have written back that we will be on it when we have to.
Okay. You write back to him and seal up the scroll to send a message. That being said, what do you guys do? You guys are just about to leave this mysterious island.
I think we do need to change course and stop this if those swords truly are something that seals that thing in place.
But can we drag the druid and the
Mm,
bear with us on a journey to stop some?
Could make a pit
Doppelganger.
stop in Pro Camper.
Up here. I mean, it's like if they
Like based on, just to interject and kind of like give you guys bearing, like where you guys are out in the world, you guys are still a little east of Pro Camper. It would be a very short detour if you wanted to drop off the druid and the bear at Pro Camper. It probably wouldn't. It would maybe take like 20 minutes at most out of your time.
okay.
But they are very like in almost a direct path in terms of where you guys are at geographically.
Hey, I think we should drop the druid off at the grove then. I think for
Yeah.
the sake of the bear person's comfort, we should let them stay in our halls.
And then probably moving this artifact into our hall as well might be a good idea.
Hmm.
Or into the
It's-
Dwarven Hold.
do we trust this powerful artifact out of our hands into our hold?
Well, we don't know what
I
we
do
don't.
think that it's probably easy to break into our hold right now.
Yeah, what about the Dwarven Fortress?
What? Sorry.
The what is it called again?
Rifenhold.
Rifenhold. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
think that might
If
be
we
a
put
better
it in
place
there,
to-
I would feel a lot more safe. Yes, with it. Yes, I agree.
Okay. Rifenhold it is.
So can we take it through the portal?
Why not?
It's just power meeting power.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Okay. It's just me that's gonna be exploding when I go through with it.
Yeah, exactly. So let's try it. It's just you,
Okay.
so it's fine.
Let's just take a gamble on ending existence with
Okay.
magical
I mean,
teleportation.
it'll make for great notes, experiment notes.
Okay, so you guys begin to head to Pro Camper. Unless you guys want to do anything actually physically there, we'll just theater of your mind, theater of the mind. You guys basically dropping off Yarick at the Grove, and you guys giving the option of your unnamed amnesiatic bear friend the option of staying at your guild house, if you want to call it that, I guess, or the Grove itself. And he 100% would say, I am a human. I want to sleep in a bed.
So what did he have he got a chance to sleep even here on the ship?
Not on the ship, no. But you guys, well, I guess this. Okay, I guess I should ask for clarity too. Did you guys spend the night on the island, or did you are you leaving at night? I guess I really should have clarified and asked which one you do.
They hold some kind of party or something, right?
They had a
did
feast
party.
in the evening, but it would still be like you guys. I guess I should ask: would you have slept after the party and then left the next morning, or would you go ahead and leave at night that night?
Well, I would have wanted to leave as fast as possible.
Okay. Y'all think would y'all leave like that evening after passing over the stuff in the control rod that evening? If you guys are all in agreement.
But that's because I got the information, and I first delivered that later to everyone else, right? So.
Okay. Alrighty. That being said, yeah, you guys leave that evening. You guys, yeah. So I would say, like, as you guys go, you're only a few hours out of Scardale or out of Pro Camper. So he hasn't had a chance to like rest yet. He is coming out of like post-op, but he had a good nurse. He had a good, a very good doctor to keep him up and alive during that tumultuous time. But he'll go ahead and stay at the house of the Band of the Ravensclaw, and you guys head to Rifenhold to drop off this artifact. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I will carry it through the portal.
You carry it through the portal. Okay, Mr. Sanders.
Well,
I need to,
yes.
You carry it. Does anyone help you?
No. It's just me.
No, I'll help you.
No, I'm not risking everyone else to.
Okay.
If I get exploded, then it's just me.
Fair enough.
Okay, Mr. Sanders, I need you to roll me a d20.
First party death.
Is this how Procamper disappeared in the other place?
No.
Wait a second. How do I roll a d20?
You need to use your dice bag, or you can roll any
wait,
stat, and I'll just take the
wait.
d20 roll.
Wait. And this is not necessarily lowest best, right?
Sure.
Sure.
Or show low or high or whatever. Okay. Is it?
Yeah,
is
sure.
it a safe?
Huh? No. It's just a d20.
Stop dragging! Make the dice roll!
Ooh, let's see it. D20, a 12. Okay. Mr. Serenday.
You die.
You die. As you pull this through, You've gone through this portal, I believe, a couple times before, but never like this. You enter this portal with this item, and I will say, as you get closer to the portal, you see the portal itself begin to grow in luminosity and light, and it seems to strengthen almost. It's very subtle, but it does seem to strengthen. As you go through this portal, you feel like you've been there for days. But at the same time, you feel like it's only been an instant. You can't really say how long you've been here or how long you've been traveling. But you see incredible things. You see massive iron towers amidst just a bleak landscape of flame and ash and glass. You see frozen wastelands. You see all sorts of things. And you see them, you know, it happens, and it seems like to you, in your mind, you almost get to, you almost get almost like a flavor of these places. It's a very strange experience. You've never experienced anything like this in your life. It's very strange and powerful and alien. But you arrive at Reifenhold with the artifact intact. You
Put it
are
in a safe place. There, where behind the locked doors, right?
okay. Yes, I would also ask: would you guys have given the keys to Serendai to put it behind there? Because you will need all of the.
Isn't the portal behind the locked doors or something?
No, it isn't.
Oh,
No, the portal
You're
is.
right. It is.
Portal
You're
is
right.
right
No,
next to
never
the
mind.
vault.
So the problem
Yep,
is
yep, yep,
also people can go through our portal and circumvent the
Yeah, they can.
gems, right?
Yeah, that is true.
All of that, didn't we?
We were trying to hide that from Stan, but yes, they can.
But don't we have to open the portal?
I just understand.
I would definitely say, Fizz, since you constructed this portal, you can absolutely have a command word to make it work or not work.
I thought that
Yep, so unless
to
that's
open
right, it does
first.
have a command word. Yeah, that's right. What was your command word?
Wasn't it like penis or something? I can't
I don't know,
remember.
something. There is a command
But
word,
the
and at least
penis is
in
not
there, I would say, like, I do remember we established there is a command word to open and shut the portal. So unless someone had the command word, they would not be able to.
Omelette du fromage.
if someone is hiding, I mean, like, it's very easy to sit there, hide in this room, and just wait until one of us use the command word, and then they know it. Can we put a more fail-safe on it? Can we put something extra protection on it?
Timon, you could spend a little bit of time recalibrating these portals to where you could basically say, like, only these sets of people are allowed in, but the functionality of a command word, you know, you would lose in case you needed to tell, like, Sorbin and be like, yeah, Sorbin, this is the command word, go ahead and go through the portal. You would have to go back to the portal and recalibrate it again to add new people.
No, I think just the word is fine. But only, well, Fizz knows the command word, but he said it to open the portal, so I'm pretty sure everyone here knows it.
Sure.
We couldn't, like, our handprints or something like that we need to put into a slot, and then it will only take
Well, that's
us.
what I was saying. He could make it to where it only opens for certain people, but you could no longer use the command word as like a code, if you will, for other people. You would have to yourself use it.
So
you also couldn't, like, have other. Well, I guess it opens the portal, so yeah, it would recognize and open for you.
does all this weird experience I feel, does it feel like it's something that, you know, something old from the artifact itself that I got a vision of?
You're not sure. I will say, roll me a lore check.
Ooh, yeah. Give me those.
see what you would kind of know about maybe what you experienced. with an 11, I mean, you really don't have too deep of an understanding of portal systems. You do know that like you travel from one place to another, but maybe and you've traveled through this portal before, and it was pretty quick. You're in and out, right? But it was never like this. And I will say, like, because you're underground coming out, you really have no scope of how long it's been. You don't know if it was an instantaneous transfer for you to hear, or it may have taken days. You are completely disoriented about how much time has passed.
Are the ones coming through after me, or is it just me?
Was it just him that went through? Did anyone else go with him? No, just you.
No, yeah, but I mean, it meant when I said that I'm the only one that I will take it and go through with it, but you didn't. So you after I vanished, you didn't think, now I'm coming in also. Okay, then I will. If I will put it in safe place, probably the hold where all the gold were, and come back.
Okay. As you come back,
How
the
long
people
have
who
I
are,
been gone?
I mean, it doesn't seem like you've been gone for
No, I
more
asked
than...
Fizz.
Oh.
Hey, Fizz, how long have I been gone?
How long has he been gone?
Like to do that, like 10, 15 minutes at most.
Not too long. An adequate amount of time that you're able to
Shit,
see.
I felt like I've been gone for days.
Strange.
I
Maybe it's
saw
because you were away
all
from
kinds of things when I went into the portal. Places, stuff. I don't know. Weird. I feel.
That's strange.
I feel a little confused though.
It's good to know, I guess, that the two energies interacted. But you did get to your destination, didn't you? Did you?
Yes, I did get it. It was just I
Oh,
felt
eventually.
I wasn't aware how long it took me to get to my destination. So
Oh,
I
I see.
was a bit disorientated when I came out, and it felt like it has taken days to get through. Which is why I asked
Range
you.
occurrence. Can I roll a lore check to see if I know about this effect happening before?
You can roll me a lore or a spellcraft, your choice. A lore check of 47. I will say because you had such a high lore check earlier, when it came to identifying the Key of Stars, you definitely know that this artifact, it was interacting with your portal magics in a very strange way. You think that it the fact that Serenday was only gone for a short amount of time but experienced a large span of time difference is very unique. And it sounds like instead of just teleporting, he was also plane shifting, given the context of some of the things that he told you.
That's bad, I guess, or rather a unique function of that, I guess. Maybe destination of the portal was muddled with due to the energies of the artifact. That's probably something to keep in mind. But I'm glad that you are back, sir, and that you didn't perish.
Well, like I said, I only wanted one of us to risk it.
It was very good to do that, but
So, but it did feel strange. So, not in a bad way. I just felt, I don't know, it just felt weird. Right? I didn't feel like I got broken apart or anything like that.
No, it was just very extremely disorienting.
Yes.
But also like very wondrous.
Okay. So, no, I feel good. I just need to recover. So, it's fine. Now that I'm back, how is the aquamarine?
So I'll say now that you're back, it is still like bright, and you can still see like little jolts of electricity kind of jumping through it. And as you gaze into it, you hear another voice, and it says, "Surrender, free me, and I will give you power."
Oh. I put it away and ignore it.
As you're putting away, it's like, no, wait. And then you put it in the bag.
Yeah. I will tell Piss. He has the thing inside we fought in the aquamarine. We have spoke about this before, right? You
yeah.
remember that creature?
Yes.
And we talked about it, how we were gonna try and research it and stuff like that. I think he's got to full power now, and he's been. I think this is the second time, or is it second or third time he has I heard like a couple of things. I think. How many times have I heard from him?
Only 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, 2 or 3 times. He's and the other times he didn't respond back. This time it sounds like he wants me to free him, and he's now actually offering power. I can't remember. He didn't do that last time.
That's concerning. We seem to be
Yes,
surrounded
but
by malevolent.
don't worry. I am resisting him. I'm not interested in any of his shenanigans. So far, I think he
Good.
cannot get free without me helping him.
It's good. Glad that you are able to resist him.
Yeah. It's like he said something and then I just shoved it away. So that's
Well, keep me updated.
yes, of course. You are my. I mean, when it comes to magic, you are my
Yeah.
guy to go to, right? So just also
Really, the best you guys have. As good as that is.
good.
So-
Let's
No,
get the other ones. Where are they?
They actually would be above deck. Speaking of which, we're gonna hop over to Whelan and Saf real quick. As you guys have kind of been, you guys are getting ready to leave again. I would say, unless there's anything you guys want to do at Scardale or at Pro Camper, the two of you.
Not for now.
Nah, not really. Saf would have probably walked the druid to the grove and spent a few minutes there, but like nothing more than like kind of small talk. Like she wasn't really setting out to do anything specific.
Okay. So as Serenday is handling the Key of Stars, Big Johnny actually approaches the two of you, Willen and Sapphire. And you guys, he kind of looks to y'all and he goes, "Good evening."
Hello.
He looks very good. He looks strong as ever. And he is actually wearing Willen's old mithril armor. And he's kind of refashioned it, maybe to fit him a little better. And he kind of comes up to you both and goes, I just really want to take my time and express how grateful I am to you all for giving me this opportunity and this role, this armor and the sword.
It's a pleasure. It suits you.
Well,
It does.
I think better that, I suit y'all. And I really want to express my gratitude. If you all ever need anything from me, If you ever need just another one out there while y'all are delving into the depths, I'll risk my life with you.
I think you're worthy of that sword and that armor, and everything that's happened thus far. We're glad to have you with us as well. And I think we may just want you to protect the airship while we're gone, so that that burden is eased off our mind. But we'll keep it in mind if you were ever needed out elsewhere.
He kind of nods and says, I'll don this responsibility with great joy.
Well, it suits you. We've all come a long way, not just physically. And then Will's gonna look around at the airship.
And goes, you know, I actually meant to ask, Sapphire.
Yeah.
For old time's sake, would you like a rematch?
Oh, you're on.
Okay. So these are going to be some contested strength checks real quick.
Okie dokie.
Let's see, does that work? Nope.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay, so Big Johnny, you both sit down again. You know, we can theater the mind. You guys either doing it out here or below deck. And let's go to below deck. We'll probably be in the view of the other sailors. So you guys sit down, and Big Johnny, true to his name, comes out strong. And we'll say we'll maybe on these crates over here. We'll pull up some stools. He's very strong, and he begins to get the other upper hand. Please roll me another strength check.
Did I just lag out or what? Oh.
No, you rolled very... Oh, look at that. So, I will say this. Big Johnny seems to consistently... He's holding his own, and he's still, like, coming up very strong, but you find this second wind of strength, and you push him back past that center mark.
Oh.
Let's roll us again.
One?
Okay. With this, Big Johnny's strength seems to be waning a little bit. And you begin to... I'll put it this way. He is just about pinned at this point. You are just, like, pushing past, and he's like...
Give in.
Inches above losing. Roll me one last strength check.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, so with this, he's actually holding his own. He doesn't get any progress, but he's able to hold it. Where you guys both actually rolled 10s.
Wow. So Saf is like doing that.
Roll one more.
Puffy cheeked thing where she's trying to put all of her strength in.
I will say with that, he is able to get just a tiny bit, but just one last strength check, hopefully, and you will have him beat. And this is it. As he's going for his final push, you were able to push his hands down against the wooden crate here, and you are victorious. And he kind of holds his arm in pain, and he's like, "Well, that was different than last time."
Saf, in her excitement, she just lets out this victory shriek. Just like, yes, I got you. And I was like, oh wait, are you okay?
Oh, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. No, I'll be fine. But it was a good rematch.
Now we're even.
Congratulations.
Well, maybe one day we'll have a tiebreaker. Anyway, I better get back to my post. Captain Broderick says we're heading out soon.
Cool.
That we are.
We are indeed.
Very well. Mr. Dollar, is there anything you would like to do while you are in Pro Camper? Just briefly. As y'all are dropping the Kia Stars off and, dropping off your 2 passengers.
Don't think I would. I don't have money. I don't know.
Okay. With that, and unless anybody does anything else, you guys begin to head
Only like I
to Scardale.
just come by Joel Swift for like just a very quick hi.
I would say
Yes.
you walk in and he stands attentive. He goes, "Hello, boss."
Good work on information and everything. Like I said, we are changing our position now, and we are trying to see if we can catch this guy.
This happened just before y'all got here. Right after I wrote you is when I heard, or right before I wrote you is when I heard. I wrote you as soon as I did hear. I was worried that something had bad happened to Timon.
Yeah. No. Like I said, there has been an incident where we believe that there is a kind of evil copy of him or something running around. We were just not aware where he was, what he was doing, what his plan was, but now he has revealed himself and now we can go for him. So very good, you keep me updated on this if you hear any more things, even rumors, not reliable rumors, not just silly ones. Anyway, thank you. We'll be going again quickly. We just had to drop someone off here.
Yes, sir. All right.
Okay.
And with that, you guys pack back up. You head towards the city of Scardale. Now, I will say this. Pro Camper does have, with your airship, you kind of choose where you want to park. There's a couple other airships there, but there's not enough to where, there's a reliable, airport. Well, actually, no, there is an airship port, but there's nothing there in Pro Camper that is, air traffic control, right? And there's no airport in Scardale. So where do you guys land?
Is ours the biggest?
Yours is certainly the biggest airship by far.
Good.
Y'all have a brand spanking new war airship.
We'll land outside the city walls.
Outside the city walls. Okay. Okay, good. I didn't fuck it up. Man, so we're gonna go. So just so we know, we're gonna go from areas that you guys have played in recently, where I had some experience, back to Scardale. So don't hurt me verbally too much.
Do the stands work? Do the chairs work, Stan?
Look, this is Scardale. This is I am making 0 promises.
0 out of 10, Stan. The chairs don't work.
Look, baby, I'm not as good as a DM as Face, okay?
Wait. But
Should have
what's
thought
up with
about
the
that
chairs?
before you had broken chairs.
What happened with the chairs when I wasn't here?
They were terrible.
You
as
don't want to
usual.
know.
Just tell me.
So you guys kind of land your airship, kind of, right outside the city gates. As you guys pull up, the Scardale guard kind of regards you all, and they do recognize you, but more importantly, they go, "Halt! He is a wanted criminal!" And they point at Timon.
And one looks
no.
behind him and goes, "Ooh!"
Will's gonna hold up a hand as he continues walking forward and be like, "Don't be idiots. He's with us. And why would a criminal return to the scene of the crime? We are merely investigating what has happened here, and with a look-alike that resembles him. We assure you, he's been with us the whole time."
Mr. Willem, please roll me a persuade check. Yeah, they kind of look back and forth. They have a very tense stance, and as you begin to kind of speak reason, they kind of shift, and they're like, "We're sorry. We're just very on guard. He tore through the city, tore through the temple."
We understand. If you'd like to accompany us as we investigate this crime, you are more than welcome, if it'll ease your minds while we're in the city.
We're not allowed to leave this post, but you are free to go on in. As you walk past, they absolutely are like eyeing Timon super suspiciously, but they're not like doing anything.
As Will passes, he's going to stop next to the guard and just say, "Would you mind sending word ahead to your captain that we have arrived in the town and that Fizz, the non-guilty one, is with us?"
I think so long as he'll be with you, he'll be fine. But you all have great status here. But
let your superior know.
We will. One of them begins to move and head on in. Whoops.
Did you two see him personally?
I did not know.
No.
The other one.
What about you?
No, I did not either.
Okay. Who saw him personally?
Some people in the docks, from what I understand.
Good. Okay, I will find him. Fist, I'm here.
As you guys walk into Scardale, it still looks like it's under construction. There are still destroyed buildings from last time. It looks like reconstruction has been very slow.
The hell? Why am I clipping so much here?
There's a knocked over bench. Right
yeah, but when I moved around it, I couldn't get.
That's the horror of just the city's destruction. People clipping them out of places. Fizz left magic anomalies around the place.
We need to talk a little bit later on.
It seems really dark here. What?
As you walk into this area, there is almost like a little bit of like a miasma in the air. It's just choked. This area is smoky. It's got almost like a hazy fog over the docks.
Ooh. Gonna wait for the others.
Fuck dollar.
Well, dollar is dollar.
Not in the docks, $8. Like this.
As you guys approach the Temple of Tempest, the guard stops you. He doesn't. Oh, I wouldn't say stop you, but he regards you. He's like, "Hail."
Greetings.
Go.
Hmm?
You see that door open?
Yeah, and
Yes,
well, that's rude.
we did. We are rather eager to begin investigating this recent occurrence.
You all are the heroes of Scardale. I recognize you.
We are, yeah.
I was there when we fought against Perrin, the lecherous traitor. Did you ever find him?
We
Yes,
did.
he's dead.
Do you have proof?
Oh no, we left the rod with...
No, the rod wouldn't have proven his demise anyway. We deemed it barbaric to strip him of his head, and We do not pursue him for the sake of a bounty, so you will have to take our word for it, but we encountered him on a secluded island somewhere, continuing his wretched experiments, and we swiftly put an end to his life.
Do you have the information we can corroborate? If what you say is true, you all are all owed a hefty reward.
I would be glad to help you, but certain priorities must take precedence now.
I understand.
No.
Are you here to investigate what happened here the other day?
Yes, I hear that a doppelganger that shares my friend's appearance appeared and caused a fair bit of destruction.
To what came to him, yes. He did not outwardly seem to attack anyone in the city except for the priest. When guards tried to ascertain them, he turned them to black ash. I saw it happen. I knew it was not your friend by the way he spoke, the way he acted, the way he carried himself.
Then you are a very perceptive man. I was going to give you my assurances that the Mond Fizzwizzle that stands beside me is innocent of any of these actions, but it seems you already know this, so I thank you.
Did
This
he
Timon
look
that I saw
exactly like him in terms of gear and?
I think he was about to explain that.
Oh,
I was going to say one thing I know that Timon does that this person did not is cast spells. This person did not cast any incantations. And as far as whether he looked like Timon, I would say his equipment was certainly different.
We must give this creature a name. Must decide on a name to give this creature so that we may spread awareness.
Let's Timon backwards.
Just call him Jimond.
Damon. Call him Damon.
Dnomid.
Dnomid.
Dnomid. Oh, this is better. Dnomid is better.
That is an option, or we could call him by his name,
I
Dnomid?
could.
Dargathoth.
Dargathoth. See. You know of its name then?
I do.
Zif.
So what we must do next is we have an obligation here to share this information with those who were attacked by Dargathoth and to ensure that there is an imposter, that people know of this imposter.
Among Us. What? There is an imposter. Oh.
take it.
The fiend.
Let's
did
have
not-
a council and vote out Fizz.
As you guys are going in, the
I
Scardale guard looks to Sapphire actually, and he goes, "When you're done investigating, are you going to chase him?"
Yes.
Our outriders chased him for a day south of here. I believe he was heading towards an abandoned mine.
Oh, that one. Right. Something you might want to know, there is another one of those sword things in the altar within the Veil of Lost Voices. There were satyrs in that woods, though.
I see. That is some distance from here.
It is.
Can Will overhear this conversation?
Yeah, I mean, how close? Yeah, I would say so. I mean, this is like they're right at the doorway.
Will's gonna pop his head back out and just say, "So, you said your outriders chased him to this nearby mine. Given his speed, how long would you guess it would take him to reach the mine?"
He may already be there. I don't know.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much. Will is gonna walk in to address the rest of the party.
Okay, I'm gonna disappear into.
Oh, take your time.
It appears that
So,
our friend may already be at the caves that the gnomes were excavating. My suggestion is that we travel immediately to the Vale of Lost Voices and prevent him from arriving there.
I wonder if we'll meet that satyr that we saved the life of. Maybe they won't give us such a harsh reception.
Let us see if we can find any clues here briefly, and then we should be on our way then.
Oh,
Right.
didn't mean to pause, sorry.
So about the award, how much would it be?
You guys would know it's 50,000 for not Timon, for Perrin.
Yeah, please make sure.
Mr.
Guys,
Timon,
we have to go back to
as
the
you're-
island.
as you are like looking over this area, you can see that the altar itself is nothing but crumbled rock. It appears very brittle, even, and you can see a blotched spot on the ground. It at first appears to be a burn mark, but with that spot check, I'll tell you, it definitely seems more magical in nature. It doesn't seem like this was done with fire. You think this is almost necrotic-like energy that is staining the floor of this temple.
Okay, so Will doesn't. Nope, he doesn't notice.
Oh, hang on.
Anybody who wants to roll me a spot check, me. Yeah, Sapphire, you're able to ascertain what I told Fizz.
Ew.
Serendate, I will say with that 16, you do see what you see before you, but it's a little, like, you can tell that this is magic, but you're not really sure what kind. Oh, sorry, Sapphire, what were you saying?
Just gonna say that looks nasty. And she'll kind of relay what she sees to everyone else.
Fizz, what kind of energy was that?
Big, shooty, hurty energy. Pew pew.
No, really.
A big explosion.
Fizz.
You need another wizard.
Is Fizzy breaking again?
I'm getting interference. Now he'll explain what he kind of ascertained from that spot check, I guess.
Okay.
We don't have much time to waste here.
We should move. Should make haste for the Vale and...
If we can arrive at the Vale first, we can set up a trap.
I've never been here, have I?
No.
I don't believe so. This will be Serendai's first time in this city. So, as you guys are leaving, where to?
We would...
We're going to the Vale, alright?
Yeah, we travel to the Vale with the airship.
Okay. You guys are not going to the Gnomish Mine, correct?
No, we are going to assume that, given we arrived late for this one, he's probably already at the mine, and we're just going to arrive there to find another destroyed altar and removed sword, so we might as well go to the next place.
Well, the mine does not have a sword there.
Yes, it does.
No, sir.
I thought we only
It's-
found 2 of the swords.
So, no, the
The
sword...
mine is a... There are these black crystals within the mine.
Imagine
No,
telling
no,
at the
it-
end that he is
it
wrong
did
about
did have
his
a
own
sword, it was in
campaign.
a cave
No,
around
I'm
the side.
pretty sure they had, no, there were those weird pillars with all of those... With all of the writings
There was
on.
illustrations of the swords.
Right.
So with that change in information,
No?
does that change your decision at all?
How likely is it that we've already missed him being there, given what we know about the time frame?
What the fuck is this bug?
It's oh yeah, there's giant bugs still somewhere in the city. Don't worry about those. So to recap, the city was attacked by giant bugs, and that's where the party originally came here around like level 5 or 6. But to answer your question, I mean you got a very like vague answer. He's like, I don't know, that he might be there now. It's hard to say. Your airship does go pretty quick and does travel pretty far. So you think it's, you know, I mean, you might be able to get there quick. He might have already been there. It's really hard to tell without seeing how quick he moves or if he uses like some other mode of transportation.
Okay. I feel like this is a linchpin moment where it's like we can either trail behind him or we can try to intercept him. But
well, I will say the Veil of Lost Voices is a great distance from here. I would probably say this. I'll given the geography, you don't think that going to the Gnomish Mine would give him potentially enough of a lead to get to the Veil, unless he's using some like magical form of transportation.
okay, yeah, fair enough. Will Wood change his mind then? Go to the cave that the gnomes would excavate. Well, he would suggest that as the next route. Instead, maybe we could just check in.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay, is everyone else okay with that?
Yep. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Okay, give me 2 seconds.
Put me away. 2.
Okay, maybe a little longer than that, but
3, 4. Now you got twice as much time.
so you guys, let's see here. Okay, so you guys take the airship over here to this gnomish excavation site. Last time you were here, it was cold and snowy, and you guys were in the heart of winter. You guys are now in the heart of spring, and it is no longer a cold and snowy. Hold
on. Stan, how long is the journey?
This journey, you guys are in Scardale. It's like a couple hours.
May I take a rest?
I mean, you'd already have like a long rest from the previous day, so yeah. I mean, if you haven't taken a long rest, you may.
Good in the.
Oh yeah, that's because I literally that's because when I first started doing this module, my players would sneak rests because they thought it was funny, and then I got serious about it. And I was like, no more. Attila did it. He was the worst one. Naughty boy.
Good, you are standing up for yourself, Stan. I'm so good.
Oh, this area seems bigger than I remembered.
You've leveled up.
Hey, there's that hill up here. What? I do not remember this.
Turned out.
What?
Wait a moment.
Yes.
We'll be back in a sec. Let's just check around.
What is this? I've never. Was this here?
think
Last
we
time?
Was this here last time?
Nope.
What?
It seems like with the rain and the ice melts that there's been some erosion. Yeah, still hill here.
Oh, whoa, that's quite the view. I can see for miles.
You guys get a very good look, and in fact, you guys, you guys are able to see the road that comes here. You're able to get a good view of the surrounding areas. I would like both of you at this vantage point, going because y'all went all the way up there. I need you both to roll me some spot checks. Timon, this is just a really nice view. Sapphire, what you notice, maybe this is part of your ranger training as well. What you notice is there is a swath of forest, and now that you're high up, that you can see that is dead and blackened.
Oh.
The trees seem gnarled and twisted. Some of them cracked open, and it just makes a path towards here.
I think I know how this guy's been traveling. Fizz, Dollar, look. And she'll point out the trees.
Yes, Timon, you can now see this very clearly.
Hmm.
Oh, one sec, my dog's barking. Okay, back. Sorry about that, guys.
Ooh.
Sarah Day, you don't immediately see this.
Saf is pointing it out for everyone.
Yeah, I'll say Saf points it out. You guys are, she obviously draws your attention and points it out. And you guys see this, almost like the scar through the forest. That appears to kind of come to or come from this place. And I will say, as well, looking around with that high spot check, you are also able to see a path heading southeast. So you imagine, especially with kind of the context, you imagine that the first one you saw was him coming here, and the second scar that you guys saw was him leaving here.
Hmm. Well then. I just had a thought, if the hill is not so rampy, could Saf do the roly-poly thing down to the bottom?
If you want, I can teleport you all back to the bottom so you don't have to take the time to walk.
Oh, yes, please.
You're like our mobility scooter, basically.
I mean, you gotta be. Who got left behind? Will,
did.
why did you get left behind?
Because you're...
He's not part of the group.
Are you not part of the group?
He's fat. He needs the.
You need to pull him separately because he's so heavy.
Yeah.
Man, you put some oil on that chair.
I know, right?
Thank you.
Hold on. Give me 2 seconds.
Ooh.
Tough.
Yes.
Heads or tails?
Tails.
Okay, we go left.
Okie dokie.
Best way to choose a
The
direction.
correct way is right.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't remember. Ah.
Or was it?
No, the door's down with the other way, but this is the hall, isn't it?
Anything strange or been
Yes,
disturbed?
no, we've been...
From your recollection, and it's been a little while since you've been here, it doesn't seem like anything's been changed or moved since you've been here.
We
Did you
jumped
see
into
the
the water, did
dioceses?
we? Did we jump into the water? I can't remember.
That was at a, I believe that was in the Dragon's Lair in Pro Camper that you guys did that.
Okay.
And you also did that at for your recent adventure at the Isle of Storms. Yeah, you see the 4 blades on the dioceses from before. As you guys come into this next room, you see one of these crystals that you saw before. However, there is a stark difference. Instead of this one being blackened and opaque, it is totally clear. You can see directly through this crystal. There is, it almost appears empty. It is clear as glass.
Ooh. That's changed.
Sucking up all the energies.
Timon, do you want to examine it before we go quickly?
My spell, man. Run out.
This was exactly where it happened.
Exactly where what happened?
Oh yes,
I
the
told
touchy-touchy.
told Fizz that don't worry, I'm not good with magic items.
Huh.
And we come full circle.
We come full
Yeah,
circle.
can I do a spellcraft check?
Yeah, absolutely, Mr. Fizz. I'll pause it so your spells.
If
are
you roll
gonna
1, I
off
will
you.
say it again.
Oh my god!
Oh, wow!
Oh
got that
my
again.
god! It's so
Every time.
perfect. It couldn't be more perfect. You laughed. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
There was a
Don't worry,
5% chance of that
Fizz, I'm
happening,
not
and it
good
happened.
I mean, to be
I'm
fair,
not good with
every-
with magic either.
every time you roll a spellcraft check, we always make the roll the one joke. So I mean, it's bound to happen.
You know, yeah. So I will say, Mr. Chimone, you're still like, you can tell you're really off your game. Something maybe it's just like post-performance anxiety. you remember like Serenday giving you a hard time and it puts you off your game, but you are not the same wizardling as you were. You are now a court wizard. You are well versed in magics, and even though you can feel yourself, not doing your best, with a 26, you can tell there is no magic in this crystal left. It seems to be completely inert.
That's not good. Whoops, no. That was a boo-boo. Never mind.
Huh.
Just move out of the darkness. There we go. Okay. It seems our foe is draining the magic out of these crystals. We must move as quickly as possible.
Hmm. Ugh. Those things are still here. Wait, what's that?
As you guys
Does
look,
that
you can
sound
see
different?
it still kind of crackles. Well, actually, no, it does not. There's the sound should not still be there. Excuse me. You guys look at these crystals, and they have no darkness in them at all. They are completely clear. Previously, you guys could see like almost like a swirling, smoking, blackness within them that moved. There's nothing in there now.
Ooh. Where has... We've lost someone.
That's weird. Oh, that's really weird. What the fuck? I see 2 Serendays.
I am
Spoiler.
No, he's not there anymore. That was weird.
I'm here.
Yeah, no, but there was I had like a graphical glitch. It was very
It's
strange.
because I move so fast that I basically make copies myself.
Well, yeah, it was kind of weird.
Yeah, I think we've lost someone.
Isn't this room?
No.
It's this way. Oh, right.
We can't
You're
hear
a
you.
bit too
You're
far.
Yeah, I know,
literally
I know,
an
I know.
entire dungeon ahead of us.
No, I'm not. I'm right here. Just around the corner.
One of these days, you're going to be running ahead, and Stan is going to hit the pause button, and the door is going to lock behind you. And you're going to be completely screwed, and that'll be our first party death, because we can't get to you in time.
And luckily, that's why I have my combat stealth button.
Yeah, but certain things
If-
have true sight.
Not
so
Yeah,
only that,
but-
but you need to break line of sight before you...
I don't need to with this one.
Do you have
He's
hide in
got the
plain
Shadow
sight?
Monk. Shadow Monk.
Yeah, he's got
Yes.
Shadow Dancer.
Oh, here we go. This is a big door. Open sesame.
Open salami. What?
Yeah.
It's like opening salami. It's like,
open
oh, what?
sesame.
Dude, I think they found me.
Uh-oh.
So
It's the
going back
Boogaloo
through
Boys.
again.
As you
This
walk
was where
into
we
this next
fought him.
room, you guys see the crystals lining the walls. This large center crystal as well are completely clear. But what you notice about this large central crystal that you all were sucked into is there appears to be a large scar in the middle, almost like an opening, like a wound, you could say. I will say this, it probably wouldn't take you guys too long to realize. It looks like it has been impaled with a sword.
So that means there are more of these?
Is there any way to find the others then?
You mean sites like this?
Yes.
You guys would actually recall you found a site very similar to this on the Pirate Islands.
So what's the plan? Do we check at the Vale and then...
Didn't we
Head
have
to
a
the
copy of the book from the gnomes, where they talked about all the sites they were gonna investigate?
I don't think they had all the sites listed, no. I think they did say there were 4 major sites, one of which was the one y'all encountered here, and then I believe they did mention the one in the Pirate Isles.
Okay.
But they did not mention the other 2.
So, as far as what I can recall from those drawings in the other cave, the swords are meant to restrain that black dragon that we saw when the last time we were here.
A black dragon? It was a Dracolich.
Well, Dracolich, it was a black... No, it was a Dracolich, sorry, yeah.
It was a black Dracolich.
Swords are meant to restrain it. But it appears that swords are also used to destroy these. So do you believe that these are the restraints, or that the swords themselves are keys and these are locks?
It seems most likely.
We'll need the expert opinion on our arcane user.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I wasn't good at magic.
Wow.
What?
What?
Well, you said it. Now, get to work.
Sorry.
Timon, if you would like, you could roll me a spellcraft or a lore check, your choice.
Can I?
In fact, roll me both.
That was too close.
Office game.
No. You did this to
So
you.
I will say, you, Timon, like thinking about this, you think that this is, maybe this is a key to a prison? You don't know. You didn't. I'll tell you what, with that roll, you would think that that would make a lot of sense. But what is, like, how is, you wouldn't know exactly how the sword interacted specifically. And I would also say you are not sure, like, you can definitely tell whatever blackened energy was here is no longer here. But then that also posed a question of, okay, well, we know of one other sword and one other site, and the dais that you all saw in there implied that there were 4 swords. You also read in the Gnomish Journal there were 4 sites. So you think there is some correlation, and I will tell you, kind of with that in that context, you would believe that this is extremely powerful types of magic. You would think this potentially would be something called a mythal.
Spell?
Mythal.
Okay.
You're not sure, but you have somewhat of a suspicion.
Right, and it being a mythal, what would that mean?
If it's a mythal, it means it is a very powerful magic. This is typically elven, like older elven magic or elven high magic. you would know that this affects a wide area, and given the context that these weapons and these crystalline sites are so far away from each other, this is potentially something very very wide spanning.
I'll relay this information to the party.
I'm just on push to talk for both
so
Discord and OBS.
But this place would be the center. Then.
Well, at least this seems like it. You know that this prison site, or this crystalline site, whichever it is, this looks uniquely different than the one you saw on the Pirate Isles.
Right.
Doesn't necessarily look, more important per se, but it does seem like it has a different form. But when you first encountered it, there was already some weird goings on.
Can't hear the other players or stand. Oh shit!
I'm gonna say this with that lore check of 40. One thing you also notice is that the site that sat in Scardale, and the site that may sit in the Vale of Lost Voices with these swords, you would know that they actually sit on very powerful ley lines.
Oh, this just keeps getting better and better. That's probably all leading to one central spot. Do we know of a place where the ley lines cross over?
Oh god. Okay. Well, there
you
goes
would
the
have
whole
to
fucking stream.
you would need to consult some possibly with some other wizards. You would know that in Scardale, that was actually one of the reasons why it's a very powerful, magically centered site. Is actually the
Can you not hear anything on the stream now, Daedalus?
Corlan and Grumsh, actually. And there was a large scar left in the earth, hence the namesake Scardale.
Mm.
You would know also the Vale of Lost Voices sits. And there was a large scar left in the earth in an elven crypt.
That's weird.
Protected by
I can
powerful
hear it.
elven magic.
Mm.
So you know that this side is also tied very, very powerfully to.
I can hear Stan
to
on the
some
stream.
central ley lines. It'd be hard to tell. You think that if you knew the locations of the other swords, you would be able to see where they interject, and the other crystalline sites as well.
If we were to find,
So I don't know
where
what the
other
problem was,
sword
but
sites are, we could,
hopefully it hasn't ruined the whole stream.
cross-reference them with what the ley lines that we know exist, or that I know exist, and perhaps there is some sort of central point that they cross over, or perhaps just a central point between the sites would most probably be the place that our friend would bring these keys as we know they are now. Or at least that's what they seem, these swords. These 4 swords. What they unlock or unleash, I am not too sure. So we have choices. We can either wait here, lay a sort of trap, but that does assume that this is the place that he will eventually arrive with the keys, or we can attempt to find the locations besides the one that we know is in the Elven Temple, and see if we can get to them before he can.
I think it would be worth a shot to try and get to the Vale of Lost Voices before. You
Do
know.
have fast transportation, right?
Yes, and it does seem that our man has left already this place.
So we should get moving and
Most
get to the Vale
probably.
as soon as possible.
Yep.
Okay.
Let us make haste then.
So, as you guys travel, I'll ask, do you guys travel directly to the sword site in the Vale. You would probably be able to get your airship above the canopy where it is. You would be able to see it pretty clearly because of the beacon that you guys placed back into the Vale itself. You can see the beacon, and you know living beings travel through the Vale itself, no problem. So would you fly directly there, or would you land kind of where you guys were at? Or I guess I should ask where y'all want to go specifically.
Is it possible for us to fly directly over the temple and then Fez casts Featherfall on everyone and we just kind of action movie skydive into the place?
Sure.
Oh,
Sure. Why not? Let me see here.
Can we get some appropriate music for that as well?
Yes. Let me see here. So let me get the area ready first, and then we'll get the music playing. Crap.
Good choice.
As you guys come in,
What is he playing?
I'm gonna get copyright strike for that. Thanks.
Good.
you all fly over where you know the temple is, and you float down with Timon casting Featherfall. As you do, you see Azaltorn, the priest that greeted you last time. You also see the sword firmly planted in the altar behind him. And, he kind of looks at you all in surprise. He says, "Oh, I was not expecting... I was expecting you all."
Cold.
You haven't happened to hear about this wizard going around rampaging, stealing swords that look very much like the one in your altar, right?
As you say this, his face grimaces. Go ahead, sorry.
I was like, cause yeah, this place might just be in danger.
This?
This...
It keeps going.
What do you know?
This being called Dargathoth has assumed the form of our companion here, and they've already taken the sword and destroyed the altar in Scardale. We've seen it ourselves.
That is most of... I gotta change this music. It's so hard to...
I thought you would play like Elton John, Rocket Man, or something like that.
I'm not that old, Loriander.
What?
I said I'm not that old, Loriander.
Hey!
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Got him.
Can't
Loriander.
appreciate.
Okay, now.
So, he looks to you and says, "Did you say Dargathoth?"
Did I stutter?
Did I stutter, bitch?
He kind of looks to you all, very calmly, and says, "He walks this plane. If that is true, then the sword is not safe here." You said he has one of them?
Yes, and we think he's already used it on this site in some mines.
That it has already begun. He kind of looks and says, "I am stationed here in part to watch after this crypt, but more importantly to watch after this blade. Dargathoth is a menace. Many mages lost their lives to seal him away long ago. But if he walks this plane, then we have failed.
Do you
Swords. Go ahead.
Do you know the location of the others?
I do not.
Damn it.
The locations were hidden from each other, so we could never give them up if he ever came coming or his followers came coming. If he walks this plane, then he is seeking to remake himself.
What do we do about the sword?
I can give it to you. You must take it. And take it to one of these sites. The crystalline prison. And take the sword and plunge it into the heart of the central crystal. And it shall take his essence from there. These crystals hold him in 4 different pieces.
See.
And these swords were made as a failsafe in case he ever walked the plains again. We could extract him from there and take him elsewhere, away from his reach.
Then we can carry it.
You may take it.
You know, I remember last time it being a whole load tougher to tug out the stone.
It will not be.
Saf's gonna pull the sword then.
Sapphire, as you approach, and you clasp your hands around this sword, and you pull, it comes out just seamlessly, and it glimmers and hums in your hand.
Ooh. Ooh. She's just gonna do like, you know when Link pulls the Master Sword and just like holds it really high. She's gonna do that for a moment.
Are we gonna
You all
have
see Saf pull
He-Man
this blade.
music now?
As the sword is pulled out, Priest looks to you all and says, "You must go. He will no doubt be on his way here."
You better hide. So,
I will hold him off as long as I can. But
why? What's the point in that?
He's sworn to protect this place. He already said that he watches over the crypts.
Isn't it
He's
just
a
for the
Belmont,
sword you
isn't he?
protect?
no, I protect
He's
these crypts
bound.
as well. I am
He's-
bound here. I am a Baelnorn.
Yeah.
So what happens if we just drag you? Will
I-
you die?
No, but I would resist.
I mean,
I would
But
ask you
you
not
need-
to do that.
2 people here are significantly taller than you. We could just lift you, and you could wriggle. It's
By
actually-
by arms, like yeah.
He gives you a very uncomfortable look, Timon.
Or I could just magically levitate you and just pull you along. That's also possible.
The essence. Take this blade to the Isles in the center of the Sea of Fallen Stars. There you'll find a prison.
What was the other artifacts called? It was called something with the eye of something, right? Or what?
The Key of Stars?
Oh, the Key of Stars. Okay.
Yes.
Does he know if the Key of Stars has any connection to all of this?
I am unfamiliar with what that is.
Might be something completely else we just stumble across.
Give me a second.
This is also a place I haven't been
Let's
in,
see.
right?
What?
I think this may have happened. Maybe. I
don't
actually like
recall
Veil
this.
of Lost Voices for me. Like it's very. Like, I actually don't remember the exact order in which it is. I think it might be after Scardale. I think it might be the one right after Scardale. I'm not sure.
No,
I think so.
the-
Is it? Is the Veil before Scardale?
It's after Scardale.
Yeah. It's one of the two.
I joined at the mine. We were just in.
This
And
may have
then-
been before you came in.
Then we
This is
went
where
back
they-
to the captain, and then we went to the pirate, and then
Yeah,
Pokappa. So I don't have anything beyond before that.
Yes, yeah, this is something that they... it must have been, yeah, before you played.
Okay.
Okay, with that, what do you guys do?
Out to the ship, then.
I guess
We need
that's
to get to the
gonna do
isles.
what the man says.
Okay, so you guys get back onto the ship. I'm not gonna be a dick and ask if you guys threw a rope down or not, because if I really wanted to, I'd be like, so how do you get back up there, huh? But obviously Timon could fly Buttersworth up there. There are multiple ways you guys could get up there.
Yeah.
So you guys go back up into the ship, and where to next?
We're going to the Pirates' Isles, I think.
Very well.
Is the pirate isle where this sword is connected to?
Are
It
we
seems
supposed to go there?
Azultorn seemed to kind of indicate that this sword was maybe tied to that side.
So
Go ahead.
did he instruct us to take the sword from here?
Yes, and
Plunge
he
it into the crystal.
yes.
Will is
So-
gonna ask the
Go ahead.
beast very quickly. Is
Mhm.
there a way to detect perhaps any sort of trace or hint that we could use to locate other swords?
He looks at you and simply says, "The way will become apparent, but I do not know."
I see. Okay.
As you guys head out, where do you guys land on the Pirate Isles?
We were told to go to the center of the isle, right?
Mm. Hmm.
Is that where you all would go?
Yeah.
No, we go to the far left. Just because we don't obey orders like that.
Are you sure? Ooh, this place is a lot more blue than I remember. I think that's the lighting engine. I'm gonna have to fix that.
Oh yeah, this place was before we had all that fancy lighting update.
Yes, yes, it was. And this place would be as well. And this place needs to be recalibrated a little bit.
Probably why it looks a bit different.
And this place is going to look a bit different. You guys are in the Cormanther Forest, in the place called the Vale of Lost Voices. But you guys are now leaving and heading towards the Pirate Isles. As you guys get here... Let's see here. For reference, that isn't specifically the cave. That is just kind of the most open landing area I found for the ship. You guys would remember. Oh, you guys remember that that cave there leads to an icy pillar over next to you.
Ooh. Oh yeah, so it does.
Can we wipe
I
out
also
the pig with the
remember
cave?
You
there
know,
was
the
a
cave
T-Rex that probably
right
is
next
the
to
big-
us. There's a cave right here.
Yeah, that leads to the icy pillar.
Yeah, this one?
Which
Yes.
It's where we were told to go. Why are you guys?
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
No.
so the you guys remember the crystal site is a little bit north of where y'all are at. It just happened when I placed the placeable. I had my back turned to that, so it did look like that was the immediate cave you should go in. But it was my error.
This is the eye with the pygmies, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Can we go? Can Fizz request that we pit stop and correct our mistake from last time?
Which mistake was that?
What
Leaving
mistake?
them alive.
Letting Fizz
Hey,
live.
no.
Pygmies?
Done.
It's just because you want those. You probably want those gems or something, or those.
The pygmy skins.
elemental
I want to make shoes.
Yes, Mr. Dollar.
I have to go now.
Okay, I'll see you next week, man. Thank you for coming and playing.
Must go now. My planet needs me.
Is this it?
We also have a
Too many
T-Rex.
caves.
We
Oh yeah, that we kind of
we did-
dodged last
I
time.
think we can leave that alone. We don't have to go around mindlessly killing.
It's T-Rex.
wait. What?
Let's see here. Give me like 2 quick secondes. Where is it? Wars. Here we go.
It could be mindless killing. It could be very specific killing.
Oh, just leave it alone.
Mom, I want to kill a T-Rex.
Oh, we're making friends with it.
We have T-Rexes at home.
We have T-Rexes at home. Well,
Correct one? I can't remember which.
here we go.
Ah.
Just someone there? You hear a voice call out from the cave.
Uh-oh. Does it sound like my voice?
Oh yeah, there's.
Will
one
is
here.
going to like yell as he like bursts through the door and like he'll basically like surrender. Down now.
This guy doesn't. As you say this, he doesn't get down. He goes, "Oh, visitors,
No, 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 no.
Come on then.
come follow
Come
us."
on, then, puppy. Let's go. Let's dance, boy. Oh, damn it.
Oh, Fizz, Fizz. Don't you think a fireball would be amazing right now? Look at them.
That sounds like something a chaotic evil person would do.
What? They're evil.
Evil? Who says we are evil?
That voice?
That's true. Evil. We are not evil.
Will is going to announce to everyone present, you have until the count of 10 to disperse
10?
to disperse from the stone and stand aside before we're forced to take drastic measures. Be careful, your life is at stake.
What?
What?
We
You're
are simply
cra-
here on a pilgrimage.
You crazy, man.
We are not armed. We are no threat to you.
I highly doubt, if you are here on a pilgrimage, that we are friends.
Well, that is what you say. We would have you be our friend. But if you want us away from the pillar, that is, we will abide.
I do.
Right then.
the way we can detect evil?
Not evil, but you could detect undead.
Clerics can detect evil.
Well,
It's a first level spell.
You know, roll me a spellcraft check. Yeah, maybe a little bit of evil,
A little bit evil.
Maybe a little bit.
but not like. I'll tell
Are
you
they
what.
undead?
You sense from these, they are not undead. From what you can see, Willen would need to roll a turn undead to sense for them. But with that, I'll say you kind of like suss out a little bit, like what they are and who they are. They seem genuine in their devotion, but you don't. You definitely sense that there's a little bit of an undercurrent of something that's a little distressing. From the crystals, though, it's like a blinding black void. It's almost like you can't get a good press on these guys, really, or sense them as much, because just everywhere else in this room is radiating just a black necrotic evilness.
Oh. Okay, so before I forget, they were told to hit the crystal with the sword, right?
Has the crystal been touched? Like, as in, has it already been damaged?
Not from what you can see. It seems exactly the way that you all saw it last time. It still has rolling, smoky, black, kind of stuff underneath the crystal itself, almost as if something's trapped inside. It just boils. And I will say, Sapphire, as you hold this blade, the closer you get, the blade itself sings loud. You guys can hear this beautiful ringing sound exuding from the sword.
Wait, don't do that yet.
Why?
Something doesn't seem right. If this is a
Release it?
lock, why would we wish... If imagine this is a chain holding him in place, why would we help it by releasing it?
The guy... Are we sure this guy we met that said
We were
need to take
told-
it, that is he
And
genuine?
that is the only thing we have to go on, is that he has given us the sword and told us to release the energies here. Could we not instead
Just
simply
keep the sword.
just simply lay in wait and prepare an ambush for when...
And
Maybe.
the person we are up against has been known to mimic individuals. Perhaps that elfin fellow was not who he said he was?
Yeah.
Something does not
It does
seem
seem-
right here.
And these cultists are not stopping us either.
Didn't he say that this
Well,
was
how
the
could we stop you?
centerpiece to?
We are unarmed. How could we stop you?
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, we have some magic.
Explain
there.
you.
We are hard. We can't do anything, man. If you were really cultists, you would... Yeah, nah, it is fishy.
Right, we are pilgrims. Not, I mean,
Yeah,
every religion is a cult.
Explain to me what this stone does.
pilgrims.
Can I pull down a hood on on one of them?
Which one do you want to grab their hood from?
From one, just one of the close by.
Yeah, you like pull his hood off, and he seems like
Does
just
he
a
look like a
normal guy.
genuine? Like, just he look like a. Oh,
Looks like a. He's just like, oh.
Oh, why? I know you're not pilgrims because when I mouse over you, it says cultist of the sibilant shade.
Wow.
That's medicine.
He means you like to know.
Ban for metagame.
Mr. Willen, what would you demand of these pilgrims?
First of all, you'd ask them a few questions. One, if they know how the stone works, right? He would also be trying to detect lies in their statements, and he's also going to ask the man where he's traveled from. He's going to try to ask all of them where they've traveled from, just to try to work out, like, vaguely how far they've traveled.
I need you to roll me. So you're going to kind of question them. I need you to roll me a wisdom check and a persuade check, please. Okay. So I will say, as you kind of talk to some of them, some of them do not want to speak to you. They say, some of them are like, we're on our pilgrimage here. Quit bothering us. We traveled a far distance to get here. One of them does say, he goes, "Oh, we come from Cormyr. Are you interested in our faith, brother?"
Will is gonna hear them out.
Seems as if fate has brought you here as well, as it has brought us here.
What are you here for, then?
Just we have, like we've said, this is a pilgrimage site. This is part of our creed, part of our religion.
And who taught this religion to you?
We have a group. They are far from here. We are in both Sembia and Cormyr and a few other places. We follow the Sibilant Shade.
Will is gonna attempt to speak in Chondathan to this guy from the Sambian language.
You speak Chondathan, and he seems a little surprised, and he replies back in Chondathan. He goes, "Mine is a little rusty, but..."
You are from Sembia, then?
I am from northern Cormyr. There is overlap. Are you?
Yes, I am. A long time ago, however.
I've not seen my homeland in some time either.
Nor I. Will is gonna look to the others. And then he's gonna look to Fizz.
Have we heard that name before?
Which name?
They said something about the Sibilant Shade, right?
In fact, you have. You read in the gnome's book that there was a growing cult in Cormyr that followed the Sibilant Shade of Glorasa.
There were multiple cults, right? Or multiple
Yeah, there
things
was one.
that
There was the scaly one as well.
The one of the dragon.
Yes, this would you imagine that there are two major sects of dragon cultists that follow the cult of the dragon. One is oriented towards Tiamat, the other one is oriented towards Dracoliches, and you would imagine that with the context of the books you've read from the gnomes, you would think that these guys are tied to that cult. You would specifically remember that there were titles given to these beings. The Sibilant Shade was known as a Glorasa, and I believe she was the first speaker. I would have to double check on that.
Will is gonna turn to the cultist once more, and he's going to say to him, "How long until Dargothoth arrives?"
Who?
Will's just gonna nod and turn back to the rest of the group.
I will say with that wisdom check, he does not seem particularly deceptive.
Which of the cult was it Algashar Nafair part of?
Algashar Nathair, he seems like he is in league with two cults. There is a cult of the Scarlet Sovereign that is growing in Cormyr around the Red Dragon, and then there is the cult of the Sibilant Shade. I don't believe there was an association of Algathon specifically with either or, but you would know that Algashar Nathair was one of the original founders of the cult of the dragon. So
And that's the guy that we haven't met him yet, but that's the guy that we first got his name from the gnomes when we just in the place where we just been. Yes. Okay.
Stan, where does the name Barugathar fit in? Apparently it's a blue dragon's name?
Yes, Barugatharn is a blue dragon that you all know is like under the cult's control, essentially. He's not a Dracolich, but he is a blue dragon. Do you say that name out loud?
No.
Oh.
Or maybe
Dragon that's terrorizing right now, or trying to make problems.
maybe we'll mention it in offhanded conversation with the others, like just loud enough that the cultists nearby could hear it.
As one, if you say this name, you do see a little bit of reaction from the cult. Ah, you know of our herald.
Your herald? What is he heralding?
He brought us here.
He instructed you to come here?
He was not. He was instructed to bring us here.
Wait, you flew on him?
Yes, we all did.
And where is he now?
Why do you wish to know?
Oh, that's
He's
pretty
around.
hard. He's around. He's here, there.
Ready for dragon fight.
Last we heard, he was out hunting in the forest. He said there was something big that caught his eye.
Ooh!
Ah.
T-Rex versus. It's Godzilla versus something.
We ask out of concern, or you very may well have to swim home at this rate.
Oh, why is that?
Will's not going to answer him.
Oh.
Well, that is not very friendly. I answered your questions.
Well,
where's everyone going? Don't leave me in the front.
The tenets of my god require that I be honest and forthright. I will be honest, so I will say as much. I find your feigned friendliness to be offensive. I do not trust you at all.
You came into our cavern.
It doesn't have your name on it, does it?
I'd watch my words carefully. I'm trying to be civil here, but this is not your territory.
Well, it is one of our holy sites. I would respectfully disagree with you.
Well, then we are at a respectful impasse. We will allow you to remain here longer, out of respect for whatever it is that you are doing here, but I trust you will keep your hands to yourself and not try anything.
As you say that, he looks at you and goes, like this, and he touches the crystal, and as he does, he changes. You see a black, just whirlpool just cover him, and he changes. He becomes one of these creatures that you have seen before.
Will is gonna yell out as he changes into a more dangerous creature. Will is gonna call to the others to eliminate or neutralize the rest of the cultists.
Okay. I'll take one of them. You guys take the rest.
Well, the answer, he's like, okay. Let me make sure this is the right one.
When I'm casting mass haste, don't run away.
Oh yeah.
This should be the right one.
I'm casting it on the doorway, on the entrance, so don't run too far from that place.
You do see the other ones. The other cultists do begin to try and make their way towards the crystal.
We've got to fight them before they get there.
Oh, you turned into stone! This cultist is able to touch the crystal.
Which one?
The one next to Sarandon.
Okay.
Hold on.
No, okay, never mind. She's getting fucked.
Ow!
Is that it?
Ooh.
you
Ugh,
not
they still
okay?
have those gross teeth. Okay, I think we need to move.
Not gonna die.
Hmm?
Will a stone cold autumn?
Jibs.
Oh, we can't hear you, Mr. Bond.
I know, I'm talking to the stream.
Okay.
You don't mind me harvesting the teeth, do you?
I
Unless
mean, you've
anyone
harvested
else
weirder.
wants a tooth. Strange that they, perhaps their progenitor is on his way.
Hmm.
So,
Really, that forceful fist of yours, Serende?
I cannot, in good faith, tell you not to use the sword on the stone because I do not know with what else we may wish to do with it. But I do believe that it is a bad idea, and that we could use this to perhaps stop Dogothoth in his tracks.
Maybe, yes.
Maybe how far was there from this island to where we just came from with the Guardian or whatever?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No.
Distance-wise, let me pull that up. Actually, I'm really not sure.
Because if we go back, we can see if he's burnt down, if he speaks the truth, if he's just vanished, what happened to the whole thing. If he
Hey,
lied,
Lancer, what's
if
up?
he is some kind of... I mean, I would rather be safe and know that that guy was genuine truth, and if he is, then he has defended the place and it's burned down, and he's lays there dead. And
So
if he's
as-
lying...
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. If he's lying, then we know something is off, and we shouldn't definitely not use the sword on this stone, because that's a trick to get us to do that.
He did say something about this one being the central one that's used to seal the thing.
That, because the crystal is pulsing with evil energies. It's not like it's a good seal. So
I will say, Sapphire, your sword still rings loudly
Yeah.
as you're in this room.
I mean,
if it's a key, then that might be the lock that it opens, granted.
Yeah, but
We may just be...
if you let's say that you put down these 4 crystals that has to kind of be 4 locks, let's say that, right? And then you remove the locks from these in terms of swords. So these swords needs to go into the crystal in order to unlock all the crystals, so the middle thing can get unleashed, whatever, then we shouldn't unlock them. That's exactly what he did in the last one, and that is what he wants us to do now. He wants us to open up a second lock. Sounds fishy to me, but
The other,
It does.
the other theory that I had in mind is that by opening the lock first and absorbing the energy within, it prevents Dogothoth from taking it himself. However, that shouldn't be a problem because we have the key to this right in our possession.
Unless he doesn't need the keys. But he stole the sword from the altar, so...
That 4 swords and 4 sights. Which means that sword is required to open up the sight, unless Potentially, if that keeper was misleading us, could that not be the sword from Scardale instead?
Potentially.
Already used.
Maybe.
But then why would he send us here and unlock this then if it would not work?
Maybe he's limited in some kind of way where he has to get someone else to do. Maybe only one person can unlock one block.
Regardless, we must make the decision. Do we unlock this, or do we?
We shouldn't do that
plan
now.
around
Are we in a hurry to unlock it?
I mean, we're kind of in a race against this other guy, but I guess if the sword's in our possession, then
As long as one stone remains, it cannot complete.
We need to
He'll
know
have
whether
to
or
come
not
to
this.
us.
I mean,
maybe
does-
that's it. We can keep hold of it so he comes to us so we can deal with this fake fizz.
We need to get into contact with the gnomes. Perhaps they know more of this.
well, what about the?
Scroll to Jorah Swift.
Was it a red dragon or was it a blue dragon in that town thing?
So you would know that in Cormyr,
Hmm?
there is a red dragon.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That is.
So it has nothing to do with this blue one right here.
Not from what you guys can see. You do know there are separate cults, and they may be working together. They both seem to be based out of Sembia and Cormyr.
I'm actually wondering if this blue dragon they're talking about could be the egg layer of sin.
Could be, however, we may very well have to fight and kill it if it is aligned with cult.
There is no way that can blue dragons detect blue dragons or something? Do I know anything about that?
I mean, they might be able to, like, kind of. Blue dragons usually live in the desert, so there's like large swaths of emptiness. And if the blue dragon is strong enough, they have a physical exudance on the surrounding area. Like a very, very powerful blue dragon will have dry, static storms around its lair.
Okay.
But other than that, like probably like for a dragon of this size that they're describing, to detect your dragon, maybe by sense, but not supernaturally.
I cannot bear this waiting. Prepare yourself. We're going to call this blue dragon to us.
Another dragon under our belt.
Well,
Wonderful.
I assume that it's probably hunting the T-Rex, right? That's what we are thinking.
Yeah, well, it's probably finished then by now.
Huh.
Which means it's probably weak.
Yes.
A bit of a tussle.
I think it's this way as far as I can remember. I think it's to the west.
Something
here.
big in the forest. They might be meaning those.
Stan, Will is going to take out his horn.
Okay.
He is going to start issuing challenges very, very loudly across as far as anyone can hear, like blasts on the horn that are very challenging and provocative in nature.
Okay, as you do this, let's see here.
Can I hear anything from there? Well, I ran as fast as I could to the other area.
We're summoning it here.
Okay, I'm coming back then.
As you blast your horn, you hear something.
Yeah, the horn.
You hear the horn.
Should we be fighting near our ship?
It's funny you say that. Because as you guys are blowing this horn louder and louder and louder, exuding your presence,
Oh,
trying to call this dragon here.
I didn't see
I need
how
every single one of you to roll me a. Actually, you know what? I'll say this. I think without Dollar here, we've been going for a little while. I think this is where we'll end today's session. As you all feel the hair rise on your arms, and you hear a crackling through the trees, and you look up, and you see a massive blue dragon. This is easily the biggest dragon you've ever seen. His big horn charged with energy. You see little lightning bolts crackling, and he opens his mouth. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
And he says, "What's up? It's your boy."
Didn't we have we had a lightning rod installed in the ship?
Worm? Sorry. I know we do.
Yeah. So it's a blue dragon, guys. I'm not that stupid.
What'd you say, Willen?
I said it's a blue dragon, and I remembered that we have a lightning rod installed on our ship, specifically to counteract blue dragon boo-boos. So,
well,
from
it's on the
from a small bird.
It's
not
yeah.
From
This is like this is
better than nothing.
it's so first of all, it's on the interior, and it is like a very like low voltage lightning rod. That being said, it might absorb some damage from the if it hits the ship, but that is where we're gonna end today's session, guys. Thank you guys so much for playing. Yeah, you guys made a lot of progression today.
Yeah.
Oh, you all, you know what? You know what? We'll have to see how the dragon fight goes.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Sam.
You'll have to see how the dragon fight goes.
If we die or not.
Ooh.
Did we get ship insurance, by the way?
No, I don't think we did get insurance.
Insurance is a scam anyway.
It's just like, no, I'll start blowing it right away, right outside the ship.
to be fair, I was wondering where the ship was, and then it rendered in after I had told Stan. I was like, oh shit, it's right there.
Oh, there may or may not be some ship collateral damage, but we'll see.
Fucking yay! We're gonna be stranded on a fucking island now.
Good job Good job today, guys. How'd y'all like today's session?
Was pretty good, yeah. I liked it.
Good. I'm glad y'all.
Convinced that you're trying to bamboozle us here, but
Am I?
I don't know. Potentially, you know, it could be good for a better story. So, you'll see, Stan. I want to see where the railroads are.
Stan's basically leading us along the trail, and eventually he's just going to make us punch ourselves in the face.
Yeah, pretty much. It's going to be like, this is your fault. Everything is your fault.
You did it.
Imagine if Fizz didn't touch the mirror.
Then there would have been someone.
Yeah, but then Stan would have been like, "Oh, you tripped over your cape. Roll me a dexterity check."
You know what? That's the beauty of the mirror. There's almost always one in the group, except for my second group that I ran, because like 3 of them had already they already knew what happened if they touched the mirror because it had been discussed, like just around my other group, and they were like, "Oh, I'm touching that," and like the rest of the group, like the other 2 people that didn't know were like, "Yeah, I don't think I want to touch that mirror," and I'm like, "All right, well, we're gonna have to figure something. We're gonna have to figure something else out for this group." But
So
that metagaming was so harsh. I don't want to talk. Oh, you know what? A DM never reveals his secrets.
Yeah, he does reveal his failures.
There's player DM confidentiality.
I mean, man, what is this fucking track we're listening to?
Oh my god.
Yuck. It's supposed to be like what is that? Dungeon sim? Is that? Yeah, that was definitely not. Yeah, it's supposed to be ambient. That's not ambient fucking music at all. What would you say y'all's favorite part of this session was?
Threatening the cultists.
I was going to. I was remarkably impressed with how much Willen held himself back when he was like, "Yeah, I detect evil, but you know what? You guys, you guys are on a holiday."
Well, he had
or
more
whatever."
pressing issues. He's not going to be like, oh god, okay, save the world, save evil, and then like run after it. Like he's obviously
Why
got like
not?
priorities.
That's what you always do.
No,
Yes,
he can
but they show-
prioritize.
My
you didn't
best
choose-
part is fist rolling one.
Yeah, that was pretty good today, actually.
It's a shame you can't clip stuff on YouTube.
And I said it like this. I will repeat it if you roll a 1 again, and then you rolls 1.
I'll tell you. This is what I essentially see Will as. We just posted another one.
Hey, who are those guys?
Are they here to fix the TV?
Yeah. Okay.
What do you want?
Fizz is like the big nose one.
Well, we
Barnacle
used to
boy.
be, but now we're retired.
But you can't retire. There's evil afoot.
Evil.
That is gonna be Willen in like 50 years.
Yeah, that is gonna be Willen.
He's gonna be sitting in his lion temple, and they're gonna be like, you know, his grandchildren and come up to him and like, tell us again about how you smote the wizard. Like, oh, that evil wizard, Timon.
Every single story that Will tells is gonna end with, and then I smote him. Gonna be great. He's gonna be the best old man.
Are you happy you rolled a 1 there? Or are you very unhappy about it?
The universe has a way of making me it's cosmic joke over and over again. So
I'm
I
happy about
expected it. Yeah.
You are starting to bend to the joke, right?
It was. I'll tell you what. It was pretty perfect.
Such a great callback.
Yeah. And it was funny. I said it, and then just 2 seconds later, you roll, and it's like perfect. We can end the entire roleplay now. Everything is perfect.
Everyone gets what they want.
Yeah.
Anyway, going to end the stream there. Thank you very much for watching, guys. See you next week.